Okay, right, this is game number 1. Again, I'm showing these games in the order that they happened, and I believe that they all came from the same day. These two players need no introduction. It's oKhaliD in the blue, it's Jack in the orange. Well, he's more specifically in a red car right now. But a bit of storyline for these games. The Jack Ahmad games that I casted, I think yesterday. Didn't I cast those games yesterday? I believe it was. Or was it 2 days ago? I can't remember. But yeah, those games all happened immediately before this game here, or these Jack oKhaliD games. So oKhaliD and Ahmad are teammates for Sandrock Gaming. They're very often sitting in Discord together, just chatting away. And in fact, oKhaliD told me about the existence of these games. It was oKhaliD who alerted me to the fact that there were replays of Jack stealing all of Ahmad's ranked points. And he seemed to find this very funny because he watched the whole thing on Discord. Ahmad was streaming to the Discord channel, and oKhaliD was probably telling him, "What are you doing? No, don't go for that. Oh, what are you doing? No, don't do that on the kickoff. Oh, mate, you've lost again. Come on, let me log on." So then when Jack got rank 1 by beating Ahmad a bunch of times, oKhaliD logged on, and this is his attempt of getting rank 1 back. So let's see if he can do it. Jack 2-1, just over a minute gone. Been watching a fair bit of Jack's POV of his 1v1 games. I watched his live streamed version of the games that I casted of him against Ahmad, and I've also watched his live stream of this game. So this game I have seen. I don't really remember what happened, to be honest, but I did watch his stream when this game, or I watched the VOD for this stream, his stream for this game. And it's really interesting. Jack does a great job while he's live streaming of giving you the live thought process about what he's doing. And he does a lot of live, like, you know, out loud predictions of what he thinks his opponent is doing, how much boost he thinks they've got, what strategy he thinks is going to work best in the next attack that he goes for. That is a phenomenal save by oKhaliD here. He's been boost starved pretty badly. Oh, but he manages to shield the corner boost from being stolen there by wave dashing between Jack and the boost. There's no way for Jack to get to it. And suddenly, oKhaliD has turned around the boost disadvantage. Jack is the one holding on. But yeah, I would, like I just said earlier, I would recommend that you watch Jack's POV of these matches. Go check out his live stream. It's twitch.tv/apparentlyjack_RL. He gives some phenomenal insight to his own gameplay and the gameplay of his opponents, all while playing at the absolute highest level in the world. Great shot. Really good vision by Jack. He spotted oKhaliD going into the corner for the boost and immediately turned around to send the shot into the far corner. Change the title. Do we have any mods in the chat right now? Or shall I change the title myself? I don't know if we have any mods in the chat right now. I'll just do it myself. Yeah, I hope you guys aren't getting sick of the oKhaliD and Jack replay casts, because I'm not going to stop doing them. I have way too much fun doing this. I love watching these two guys play. Somebody asked me earlier who I think my who I think in top 3 in the world for 1v1 are right now, just as we go into gold mine. I don't know what I've clicked here, but now we're on. Wait, let me just keep right clicking. What will happen? Oh my goodness, what have I done? Okay, right, there's a goal. A goal has happened, so we're going to go to player view. There we go. I don't know what I did. Yeah, it's a replay, so I don't want to pause it to do that all the time, to put it back on player view, but I accidentally clicked something, and now we're barrel rolling. But yeah, I love watching all these replays. I've got oKhaliD and Jack in my top 3 alongside Joria's. I think they're the best 3 right now, with First Killer right behind. Probably. Hard to predict because it's been a while since we saw 1v1 competition, but luckily Goldmine is coming next week, so look forward to that. I'm certainly looking forward to that. Can't wait to see the announcement of the EU lineup, which I can promise you is insanely stacked. Even more stacked than the NA lineup is, in my opinion. But yeah, in the meantime, I could honestly watch a best of 99 between these two. Best of 999, why not? It's like watching two players play so many different games at the same time. I know they're just playing Rocket League, but there's so many mini games going on here. You know, trying to figure out each other's dribbling, trying to figure out each other's aerial games, trying to figure out the 50-50s, the kickoffs, the mind games, the demos, everything. A constant battle of two players trying to read each other. Now Jack's done a pretty good job of, well, he thought he was getting that boost back. Oh, oKhaliD got it right as he left. Oh, and that's going to be the goal, 3-4. Jack thought, and I thought as well, that Jack had done a pretty good job ushering the ball away from the corner so that he could take the boost, but oKhaliD got it just as he was leaving. Looks like Jack's going to sneak in a kickoff goal to make it 2 goals again. But one thing that I've always said about oKhaliD, and I'll say it one more time, is that he, probably better than any other player in the world, knows exactly how hard to press to try and come back late in a game that he's behind in. That was a very careless first touch there by Jack after the kickoff. The kickoff looked like it went pretty even, but he dribbled it straight into oKhaliD's path. And will he be able to get a goal here? Yes, he will. Okay, so another 2-goal gap. It's just a kickoff goal bonanza right now. When are the EU players announced for Goldmine? Probably today, because any ones were announced yesterday. I don't know what time. You'd have to ask Goldmine. Wait, we're still getting kickoff goals. What is going on? This is very rare between Jack and oKhaliD to have this many kickoff goals in a row. Because usually, whenever there's a significant advantage for one player, the other player will immediately adjust and even it out. But back and forth they go. Now, just the 1-goal difference. oKhaliD has a lot of boost. Jack has to be careful here. Oh, he's not respected the long shot at all. And oKhaliD sees the opening. Now, Jack wanted to kind of keep some pressure on him there. He wanted to stay close enough to force oKhaliD to make a light first touch on the ball, slow the attack down. But, yeah, he didn't balance it correctly. He got on the wrong side of the ball there. I don't think that first touch is going to do it. He's got too much work to do here. Oh, no, that's a bit of a scary outcome. oKhaliD's got the dribble and he's got a little bit of boost to play with. Oh, good challenge by Jack. oKhaliD is going for the air dribble bump. But Jack saw it coming, closed it down before it could really get started. Oh, I love that wave dash kickoff. No way. Oh, oKhaliD saves it though. Can you believe it? He's still in 0 boost. This is a hugely winning position for Jack. He's flicked it off the post though. But he's got to stay calm. This is still a massively winning position. He has got a huge advantage in this spot. oKhaliD completely out of boost. Jack knows that he's on maximum 20 boost. Okay, now he sees it. Oh, you saw him miss it. It's open. And Jack, what are you doing, Jack? He's hit the post in an open net with his flick. oKhaliD is totally out of the game there. He missed the boost in the corner. There was no way that he would be able to cover the goal. And now he can. And, oh, Jack nearly got a demo on him. This is such a close game at the end here. Jack's had 3 brilliant chances to score. And now I think he's panicking a little bit. That wasn't the best attempt on net. Kind of just gave it away with that shot. But credit to Jack. These challenges are phenomenal. Again, demos oKhaliD in the back corner. I feel like I've seen oKhaliD die multiple times here. Jack going for the air dribble bump. Oh my goodness, what a save. Somebody send that as a clip to Jarius. That was an unreal save from oKhaliD. Just perfection, really. Now he's going to try an air dribble bump Jack on the other side. He's landed it. oKhaliD 7-6. Oh dear, what a throw. Jack had that game in the bag several times. But like I said, oKhaliD just knows. He knows exactly how hard to push for a late comeback. His late game comeback potential is crazy because he just seems to make perfect decisions at all times. You know, depending on how much time is remaining in a game. That's just a bit of a throw by Jack, but not a match that he should overall be too upset about because he did play very well. And it was a really good game. Okay, oKhaliD's in the orange team this time in a red car. And Jack in a very 1v1 main looking Octane in the blue. This is a super dark blue Octane with standard wheels and a yellow boost trail. This is the... This type of car is usually paired up with a black profile picture and a full stop username. That's what you'd usually see here. Oh dear, Jack might be tilted after the earlier loss because he looked a bit of a mess in that near post position. You found a 1v1 ranked game from Season 6 between Jazer and Fairy Peak? Oh my goodness, I need to go back and look through all the previous seasons. See what crazy matchups I can find from way back in the day. That would be a lot of fun, actually. I'm going to do that later on. Do I have professional casting experience pre-Rocket League? You sound very natural and comfortable. No. 0. But I have been doing this for well over 4 years. And that's been all I've done for the past 4 years. I've been streaming and making YouTube videos of Rocket League commentary and doing various tournaments as well for... I think I started it sometime like 4.5 years ago. Yeah, 4.5 years ago probably. Oh, Jack with the bravest mind game. Look at that. And he's going to come away with a free possession play, but oKhaliD sneaks the challenge in. And for all of Jack's brilliance, he's now on the defensive still. Excellent save there by Jack. Love that mind game. Yeah, you should hear my old commentary. Hey, I'm not one of these YouTubers who's deleted all the old videos. The very first video that I ever uploaded to that channel is still up there. You guys can go watch it. I was really awkward. I didn't know how to hype up goals effectively at all, or big plays. I was dead boring. And yeah, definitely just lacked a lot of experience compared to what I have now. But yeah, you can go back and watch if you don't believe. My earlier casts for Rocket League, at the time they might have been good, but now they are completely trash tier. Absolutely terrible. How did I get started? I've told this story a few times, but the way I got started casting Rocket League is one day I was playing 2v2 with Scrubkilla. He was too young to stream on Twitch, he was 12. So since I was one of the only Scottish Rocket League streamers, I just played Rocket League gameplay back then. And I became pretty good friends with Scrubkilla and Marky Duda because they were also Scottish. We were just all, I don't know, Scottish people hanging out together, I suppose. Everybody looking out for each other. But yeah, one day I was playing 2s with Scrubkilla, and then Marky Duda asked Scrub if Scrub wanted to play some private 1v1s, because back then they were the best 1v1 players on the planet. With Marky being the best, Scrubkilla being second best. So Scrubkilla obviously wanted to play private 1v1 with Marky. But he felt bad about ditching me because we'd only just started playing 2v2. So I told him, no, go ahead. Absolutely go play 1v1. Do you mind if I hop in the lobby and watch? Because I loved watching those two play 1v1. Whenever Marky Duda would stream back then, I would be watching because his 1v1 gameplay was really, really entertaining to me. It's what, you know, got me interested in Rocket League 1v1 initially. So yeah, I was just in the lobby watching Marky and Scrub play 1v1, and then Twitch chat just asked me to cast the games. I said, okay, well I can cast the games, but I'm not going to cast it like you guys are used to, because back then Rocket League casting was pretty much 100% hype being done wrong. I'll try and give you an example. I'm not, you know, naming names or anything like that. I just want to give you an example. Oh, what a save! Oh, actually, no, it's actually not a good save. In fact, he's missed the ball entirely. Wow, I thought that was a really good save, but turns out it was a whiff. And now another kickoff from the center circle. And let's see what Jack will do with this dribble. Oh my goodness, what a flick by Jack, but somehow oKhaliD saves it. Now, I'm not being BM here. Like, listen, this was the best Rocket League casting at the time, but nobody really knew. The problem was that none of the commentators in Rocket League knew what a good flick looked like. They didn't know what a good dribble looked like. They didn't really understand the game to a high enough level to give a true reaction. Everything was inaccurate. And it wasn't fake. I'm sure that they were genuinely that excited about these plays, but it was just inaccurate. Everything was wrong. All the calls were wrong. So I was being very honest with it, and I was, I think, the only Rocket League commentator at the time, or the only person who commentated Rocket League who was willing to say, yeah, he's totally messed that up. You know, I would say that was a mistake. He missed the ball, because back then there were so many whiffs and so many people missing the ball. I think it was probably just a breath of fresh air for the Rocket League fan base at the time to hear a commentator say that something was a misplay and it wasn't actually the best play that they'd ever seen. So that's what I did. I was just, I guess, a very honest, boring commentator. Nothing's changed. But yeah, that's how I got started, basically. I casted 1v1 between Marky and Scrubkilla. Casted in inverted commas, because it wasn't really cast by any stretch of the imagination. And yeah, people really liked it. I uploaded it to YouTube. Everybody was like, yeah, hey, this is awesome, do it more. So I just kept doing it. And here we are today. We're still doing it. Never stopped. Just kept on casting 1v1 show matches until it became a job. But hey, I love it. It's a real passion of mine. And if nothing else, I hope that comes through in my commentary. I hope it's clear that I am genuinely passionate about what I do. So that's what I find the most important. I just want to keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm not really thinking about anything else. Just trying to do the best I can. But with you know, the kind of gameplay we get these days, to get back to the present, it's very, very easy to you know, be passionate about 1v1 and where it's at, because it's such an exciting meta game, and the players like oKhaliD and Jack pushing the meta forward in terms of you know, that 1v1 IQ. It's just awesome to see. oKhaliD won the first game that we casted. I know we got a massive tangent there, but I wanted to tell that story properly. Yeah, oKhaliD won the first game in overtime. We got another overtime here, which also came from a oKhaliD comeback. Although initially it was a Jack comeback. He was down 3 goals. He came back to go 1 ahead. Then oKhaliD got an equalizer. Now here we are, OT. And I do want to give Jack credit where it's due. His comeback potential has improved significantly. Oh dear, he's not going to get back on that one though. Jack, what were you thinking? And that is just a leave. I've not paused the replay. Jack knows his fate is sealed. Oh dear. Well, we usually just don't rewind on these replays, but we have to see why did Jack decide to wall shoot this. Oh, Jack. Oh dear. I don't know about that one. Check oKhaliD's ping. Wait. Wait, why is oKhaliD's ping 240? Hold on. Hold on a second. You thought he'd challenge? I mean, he can see him though. He can see oKhaliD. You can see him turning around. I mean, I don't know. Very open net. From this distance though, even if Jack hits that absolutely perfectly, there's still a decent chance that oKhaliD saves it. And obviously, every time that Jack doesn't hit it perfectly, oKhaliD is scoring. How long was the oKhaliD's ping like this, though? Was it like this the whole game? Why? Why? Okay, listen. I don't usually talk about the ping too often, but why does oKhaliD have 240 ping in this game, and why is he winning with 240 ping? What? Did he play the whole game with 240 ping? Or is that a spectator bug? Some servers in EU, you get 200 ping. What? Neither ping's updating. Well, most of the time it should stay pretty similar all the way through. Wait, let me see if oKhaliD is online. I gotta ask him. I gotta know if he actually did that. Jack said he had that ping the whole time. 240 ping? Yeah, oKhaliD heard about 240 hertz monitor and he got the wrong idea. He played the 240 ping and he's like, oh yeah, this is great. Everybody was right. 240 hertz is fantastic. Somebody needs to explain to him that 240 hertz does not mean 240 ping. oKhaliD's online, but he's AFK on Steam. So I've asked him if he played that whole game with 240 ping or not. But he's not back yet. So as soon as he gets back, I'll let you guys know. But that's insane. That's absolutely insane. I mean, have you guys ever tried playing at 240 ping? Type 1 in chat if you've ever tried that. If you want to know what that's like and you're from US West, I think you can probably queue on the Asian servers and get about 240. If you're from Europe, I don't even know where you queue to get 240. Maybe Asia is 240 in Europe. I know that OCE is well over 300 from Europe, so maybe Asia, maybe Southeast Asia is a 240 for EU. Go play a game on that server. You'll see what that game looked like from oKhaliD's POV if you don't know, because 240 ping is completely ridiculous. It's completely unplayable. If he did that, then that is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen, and I'm not exaggerating. How on earth do you hang with one of the best 1v1 players in the world? 240 ping. oKhaliD is actually a different beast. I don't know how he does this. I honestly don't. He managed to beat Lionblaze and Chronic in Salt Mine 1. He beat them both 2 times on the US East server. That was when oKhaliD had 160-ish ping. He actually went positive on US East against US players with 150 ping in Salt Mine 1. Apparently you can also beat Jack with 240. But at the same time, you gotta remember that Jack probably looked at the ping and thought, yeah, this is more normal. 80 is very normal for Khalid. Yeah, Jack probably looked at the ping and he thought, oh, for goodness sake, Khalid's lagging, and then he just probably couldn't focus because he knew that Khalid was lagging. He can't get in the zone because he knows, oh, for goodness sake, why am I not able to just steamroll Khalid when he's lagging? You know, it should be easy, but it isn't, and it probably tilted him just by virtue of not being an easy game. So Khalid with the bounce dribble again. He's fired it wide and plays for the boost steal. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, I knew. Yeah. I was like, dude, you can't be losing this. Yeah, it puts so much pressure on you because you look at you just tab once, you're like, wait, Khalid has 240 ping. Why am I not winning 5-0? You're just like, what is going on? Because I think at the start of that game, weren't you losing 4-1 like very early? You're probably thinking, wait, what? How am I not winning 4-1? 4-0 probably. So yeah, that's got to be really, it's just tilting. It's hard to focus. Hold on, I don't usually rewind, but I want to see what Jack was doing here. What is this? Did he try and bump him or something? I'm genuinely curious, Jack, since you're here. What was this play? Were you trying to bump Khalid? It looked like you might be trying to demo him, but there's no way because you weren't supersonic. You went for a pinch demo. Oh, I see. You're still thinking how you lost that. Oh, so yeah, in this game, Jack is still thinking, how have I just lost to Khalid with 240 ping? I mean, Jack, have you ever gone in? It probably isn't something you're going to want to do right now because it might be too soon. It might be too painful. But it would be good for science to go queue up for one of the Asian servers and play with 240 ping just so you can experience it for yourself because it is quite something. But yeah, tilt is real, you know? The pressure's on. If you're playing against Khalid with 240 ping, you know that you're supposed to be winning, so the pressure's on you. Khalid doesn't have any pressure at all. He's like, lol, I have a 240 ping. Let me see if I can beat this guy with an insanely bad connection and embarrass him, even though they're very close rivals, and, you know, every game I've seen them play recently has been close. You did once, you kid against me, a 700 ping. He had 4, beat him 30 or something. Ball chasing messed up, and the replay didn't save. Oh man, that's a shame. Shame ball chasing didn't save your 30-0 replay. I hate it when that happens. But yeah, I mean, clearly I can already see the differences. Jack is not playing anywhere near as intelligently right now as he did in the first game. The Aquadome game was a really good example of Jack like being very careful, very methodical, using, you know, bursts of speed and acceleration to outplay Khalid, get him with demos when he's out of position, you know, controlling the boost and the possession perfectly. This game has, you know, been a bit more crazy. Oh, speaking of crazy, Khalid just pull shot Jack into saving his own air dribble while Jack was attempting an air dribble bump on him. That is actually insane. Like, that is next level air dribble defense. What? How has Jack not scored? Khalid is a brick wall right now. Surely, okay, finally Jack gets a goal, but my goodness. The defense of oKhaliD is just something else. That air dribble bump save is one of the best saves I've ever seen. And then he somehow saves the follow-up shot as well. You know, the fact that he gets scored on afterwards was expected because Jack still had full control of the position. But still, impressive to hold off for that long, waste a little bit more time, especially when you're already winning. Always worth to do that, to delay the attacking player, force him to make one more shot to get the goal. So Jack faking the demo, instead going to try and play for the boost steal. That's, you know, the sort of play that I expect to see from Jack, but I don't know if he just had a change of heart there and went for the demo again. I think playing for the boost steal was perfectly fine. That's probably the wall shot he was looking for in the urban game. That's probably the wall shot Jack wanted earlier on, except this time Khalid wasn't between him and the goal. He was kind of directly underneath him, so of course it makes a lot more sense to wall shoot there, and it's much easier. Just side flip into the ball, then air roll way off the wall to get it. Nice placement. Khalid with the perfect air dribble. Top corner. And Jack looked like he was sitting inside the goal, maybe a little bit scared of oKhaliD air double bumping him. Well, Jack's been struggling to connect with air double bumps on oKhaliD. Can't say the same thing for the other side of the matchup. That's good, good work by Jack there. Excellent spacing. Finds an opening. Still, 2 goals down though. But, you know, credit to Jack. He's mega tilted right now. He lost some, you know, he lost some points. Probably lost his rank 1 to oKhaliD after farming Ahmad. And now he's just trying to get a win against him while tilted. You know, it's not easy. Not easy when you're untilted. Never mind when you are fully tilted, which is probably what Jack is, how Jack is playing right now. Jack. A minor crossover is all he needed. Really good line of attack. I love that because he didn't want to dribble straight to oKhaliD. You see that he went slightly to the right, gave himself an angle to flick with, and that will accelerate the ball significantly more than if he just went directly forward. However, well, I don't think Jack saw that one come in. oKhaliD just nips away from him with another kickoff goal. EU Goldmine is stacked. Yeah, it is absolutely bonkers, isn't it? I'm going to show the lineup for EU Goldmine right after this game, but let's watch the rest of it. It looks like oKhaliD's going to take this one as well. Really interesting little ranked mini-series here between these two, because first of all we saw Jack full control, kind of through a game against oKhaliD. Then we see oKhaliD load into a lobby with 240 ping and still get the win, because Jack is probably tilted a little bit about the throw that he had earlier, and also about the fact that he's not easily winning against oKhaliD, who's lagging. And yeah, from there, Jack totally unable to get back in the zone. Understandably, like, this is just a super tilting situation to be in. But I don't take back what I said earlier. I still think Jack probably top 3. I'd put him just number 3, I guess, in 1v1. But with how impressive oKhaliD's looked recently, he might be number 1 again. You know, Jory is losing to Jack. Jack losing quite badly to oKhaliD just recently. Might be oKhaliD number 1 again. But we will see, because Goldmine has just been announced, and yeah, the lineup for that is pretty stacked.